Ladies and gentlemen, people of the Nintendoverse, welcome to CommentForce number 35. This is the show where you all write a bunch of stuff on a keyboard, on a phone, maybe on an iPad, and then we gather them together, pick a few out the pot, and share your thoughts, your opinions, your expertise, your ideas, and your ingenious topics with the rest of the world. I'm your host, Zach. I've got Jake and Gabe here. We are less than 2 weeks away from Super Mario Odyssey. It's a great time to be alive on this little spaceship we call Earth. Gabe and Jake, how's the week been?
The week has been mostly good. I had a power outage. Don't like those. But other than that, well,
working on some special stuff for Switch Force.
Oh yeah, that's happening. I forgot about that thing. I always forget about that thing. But yeah, cool. Other than that though, Zach, what have you been doing? I'm more curious about you. I know what my week's been. You never tell us about your week.
I mean, that's true. Thank you for asking, Gabe. I feel really acknowledged.
Yeah.
I've been traveling. I've been out and about, seeking moons of many colors, and also writing a furious amount of emails to get review codes for important upcoming games. And probably most importantly, I have been prepping myself for Super Mario Odyssey by gathering as many hats as I can.
How many hats are you up to?
I'm up to like 12 hats.
I got like another like 20-something hats. You want to borrow those? They don't fit you.
Yes.
You have tried to wear my hats. It doesn't work.
Gabe, you would need a very large Cappy.
Yeah, I don't think they make Cappy in my size.
Cappy XL.
Yeah, Cappy XL.
Cappy's big brother.
That's the DLC for the season pass for Mario. It's a Cappy XL hat for Wario.
Sure.
Anyhow,
Basically,
speaking of Mario Odyssey, let's dive into these comments. My friends, Fuego YT kicks things off by saying, do you know what we are missing in Super Mario Odyssey? A ghost kingdom with all types of boos and stuff. I really hope they have one of those in the game. And that's a great point. We've seen really nothing. I mean, we've seen Mario cap a boo, but other than that, the coveted and just beautiful ghost house and that whole environment has been kind of absent from all the footage. Do you think, expert Jake, that there is some sort of ghost world hiding in the shadows?
Where did we see Mario Kappa-Boo?
We've seen Boo Mario.
That wasn't like, you mean like in Galaxy?
No, like trailers.
Yeah.
I have not seen that. I must be out of the loop, too busy working on behind the scenes stuff. But anyways, I talked about the one place that they show at the Nintendo World Championships could potentially be a Boo Kingdom or Boo Island because it's got like haunted castle spires. But yeah, I don't know if they go a whole.
Maybe we haven't
Mario
seen a Boo Mario.
I haven't seen a Boo Mario. I've seen a Cloud Mario.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
You're right.
To chime in here, I also have not seen a Boo Mario. I don't know where this is coming from.
There's Boo Mario and Super Mario Galaxy where you get the Boo Mushroom. But
yeah,
it's Cloud Mario that I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
100%.
okay. So there's no Boo Mario yet, but there potentially could be. I'm hoping that there is. I think that there should be at least an island dedicated to like a haunted theme, and I think that Cappy could go berserk in. Cappy kind of looks like a Boo. Let's be honest, in his natural form.
Cappy goes berserk.
Yeah, well,
Is this the sequel to Elroy Goes Berserk?
No, he just has a grand time capping all those boos. But he looks like a Boo, so I don't know how that would really work.
Regardless, I don't think we get an entire kingdom dedicated to ghosts, but maybe like an area of a kingdom, like Jake was saying. I don't even know if it'll be like an island, but maybe you can go into like this one specific area that you can go into only after you acquire an outfit, and maybe that's where it'll be. Who knows? I'm sure Boo's in the game.
Boo is
really
the moon.
so.
The moon is just a giant Boo with its back turned.
That'll be funny.
I really hope so. And I really don't like that Cloud Mario confused me.
All right.
It's all right.
Moving on to JD_Silv17. They say, hey Switch Force, I was on YouTube the other day and saw a trailer for a game called Crazy Justice, a third-person shooter that seems to be a battle royale type game and is planning on coming to Switch. I say planning on coming because it is currently a game that is being crowdfunded on Fig, a website like Kickstarter, so I ended up surfing websites like Fig and Kickstarter for games that want to be brought to Switch, and I found some very interesting games that I really like to play on the Switch. So I was thinking maybe you guys can go to these websites and find a few games that plan on coming to Switch that catch your eye and somehow highlight them in a video, maybe once a month. This could bring some attention to them so that they do get the funding that they need to eventually make it onto our hands for all of us to enjoy. And that's a good point. I mean, we've done this a couple of times, like in just like our triple pack, where like if there's something that we saw, like we've made mention of it, but we haven't made like a specific video or segment about like underground games that need to be funded to bring to our hands and playable on the Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to bring this up also because I wanted to ask, like, we kind of wrestle with games that are announced in the sense that, hey, they have a Kickstarter but aren't official in the sense that they may not be funded. Is it appropriate to cover them? Like, do people want to see these games covered pre-guarantee? And kind of like you say, JD, like, planning on coming, is it worth mentioning games that are in theory coming but may, not even make it? Or is that something that we should wait until they're actually far closer to existence?
Can I give you my input?
We could help them come into existence. But yes, Gabe, what's your input?
Historically, if we think about Kickstarter, Fig, things like that, right? The examples that come to mind to me, and I don't mean to like diminish this comment or whatever. It's just like, think of like Mighty Number 9. Like, think of Yooka-Laylee, where like it's not on Switch yet. What's the Ritual of the Night one? The spiritual successor to Castlevania. What's that one called?
Oh God, Bloodstain.
Yes, Bloodstain. Thank you. Think of that. That Kickstarter was announced a very long time ago. That was funded a very long time ago. That game's still not coming until like next year sometime, or like late next year. So, I personally, if this was my choice, I wouldn't cover these things. Especially not like the super tiny ones that don't like even meet funding and are just not happening. Like, there isn't a good track record for Kickstarter games. There just isn't. And there are success stories, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there are. But I feel like the others kind of outweigh it.
But I mean, at the same time, we do like hype videos and theory videos about like Super Mario Odyssey and other things that may or may not happen. So it's kind of
but Mario is coming. Like, that game is coming.
Well, I mean, we covered like Pocket Rumble or Flipping Death, and those we don't even know where those are. So I mean, there's always cases where things
we do know. Chucklefish is a reputable publisher, and like they've updated us on Pocket Rumble. Like, that game is coming. That game is out on other platforms. Like, I think it's a little different, but that's just my opinion. I mean, I could be totally wrong, and maybe people love Kickstarter. That's just not the sense I get. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is worth exploring. I just want to kind of get the people's opinions on that. So let us know your take, and maybe we can start sort of like a series where we champion some games and kind of direct your attention towards ones that we think are worth your eyeballs. And a lot of times, they're cool people, and they like provide demos and things of that sort. So who knows? Maybe it could open up a fun little series. In the meantime, though, Jesse Gibbons has some good eShop update thoughts.
He or she says, let customers rate and review 1,000 character max plus maybe one screenshot, one review per customer per game. The games. So he just user reviews. Limit this to people who have made digital purchases or registered physical copies, so we don't get trolls and haters. Let us see ratings and reviews. Let the creators of a game respond to critical reviews, like the Google Play/Android App Store. Allow the search feature to optionally search reviews. Look for games a number of invisible stars or more. Allow us to sort games by review, average number of stars or thumbs up. So user reviews is something that Jesse Gibson wants on eShop, and I think that's a great idea. But like he says, or she says, I don't know. Make sure that whoever's reviewing the game like has actually bought the game. Like that's important.
Yeah, I think as long as you can secure that fact, this is genius, because there are so many titles on Switch, and we're seeing so many games released on a regular basis, especially in the indie scene. It is hard to parse through, and if the eShop isn't going to filter it, themselves, then it would be great if fans were able to. That has worked, with varying degrees of success on other platforms. But I think it might be a nice way to sort of how YouTube shares the general populace opinion and thoughts on these games, to kind of let Switch owners, talk amongst themselves and kind of elevate some titles that maybe deserve more hype, and give the props to things like snipper clips and whatnot that we try to give props to.
Yeah.
My main question... Go ahead. Okay, I was going to say my main concern or question is that Boyd the Milkman in the profile picture?
It is. It absolutely is.
One of the greatest video game characters of all times from Psychonauts?
Yes.
Void.
No, but what I was just gonna say, back on the topic a little bit, like Steam does a decent job of curating like these games, and the user reviews, it does tell you like a confirmed purchase. Like even like think about like Amazon, you go down and look at the user reviews, it does like give you an indication like, hey, this person actually purchased the product. So, you know, the things that they are saying are probably, you know, at least their actual real experience and not just somebody like hating and just jumping on there. So yeah, like you said, if they could secure that, I think that would be great.
Absolutely. Obito Gomez comes in with a nice crossover. Donkey Kong Country Returns plus Rayman World, the mix of two of the best 2D platformers of the last generation. Make it happen. Now, this is extra interesting because Yves Guillemot was talking about doing more Rayman after Beyond Good and Evil and after Wild. So what if Ubisoft now took Donkey, Diddy, Dixie, and Cranky, combined them with Rayman in that gorgeous art style, and brought us another beautiful Ubi Nintendo masterpiece?
I hope I'm not showcasing my ignorance here, but what does he mean by Rayman World? Like the two games that he's speaking about from the last generation, neither of them are called Rayman World, right? Or is that just what
Does
people
he mean
call
the
them?
world of Rayman?
I mean, I don't know. He titled Rayman World like it's like the capitalization to me indicates that that's like the name of the game. I don't know. I'm not like being nitpicky. I'm just making sure I'm not missing something. Because I know Origins came out, and
yeah, I think he just means like the world of Rayman.
Okay, all right, cool. Making sure.
For me, I don't know. Rayman is a weird thing that I like, but I also don't really like. So I kind of want to keep Donkey Kong separate and clean. But I mean, if that's what pushes a new Donkey Kong Country style game out onto the Switch, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
And after Kingdom Battle, I trust Ubisoft to not tarnish Nintendo's IPs.
And I just think it would be cool to have that crossover. Someone else mentioned a crossover of Mario Strikers plus Rayman, because there is that Rayman soccer game in the recently released Rayman Legends port, and Rayman has some cool feet, so I like that idea as well. I just think, more developers getting their take on Nintendo franchises is fun.
Rayman, come into arms because of his hands. Not really. I'm not confirming that. I'm just saying
shadow punches coming out of nowhere because he's got no arms in between.
Yeah.
All right.
Very nice.
Guards Kyon Vids says, we need Mario Maker. Not the one that is on 3DS, but the one for Wii U. Maybe you can only make levels on the portable version. I love Mario, and Mario Maker was the Wii U seller for me. Yeah, Mario Maker on the Switch would be very cool to be able to share that online with other people and challenge other people, or take it to other people's houses and be like, I just built this level, try it out for yourself. Or just random street challenges to stop people. Excuse me, I just made this level.
Street challenges?
Yeah, I just made this level.
Make a video series called Street Challenges where we just go throw it down with people on Switch?
We could.
I mean, we can. Some of us are more likely to do that than others, but we can.
Gabe, with your new car, now you can get anywhere in the country. You can just pull up to a cool hot spot and be like, ready for a street challenge.
Why are you telling people I got a new car, bruh?
It's important.
It's not that important, but regardless, I mean, yeah, Street Challenges coming soon. Episode 1, we'll start working on it.
I like it. I like it a lot.
But yes, Mario Maker would be cool on Wii U.
Well, and it's one that people wanted for a long time. I feel like it's kind of fell to the back burner.
I said on Wii U, I meant on Switch, obviously.
Yeah, Gabe, you have a lot of mental crossing of the streams. Splatoon Arms was your popular one this week.
Yes. I think way too fast. I think quicker than my mouth can output sometimes.
You're going to have to work on speeding up that mouth.
Yeah, or slowing down.
In the meantime, though,
Gamer for Life WD says, Injustice 2 is graphically impressive on other platforms, but hopefully we can get a decent port without too much of a loss of resolution and frame rate. My biggest worry is that they find they can't do it and give us the mobile version instead. Hopefully it doesn't come to that and all works out. My biggest hope is that he has a lot of biggest hopes. Or no, biggest something. Biggest worry, biggest hope. Biggest hope is that we get Link and Samus as playable characters. Yeah. Yeah.
I think, okay, here's what I like about this. One, I think Injustice 2 would be phenomenal on the Switch. I'm pulling for that. Ed Boon, please, baby. Two, what do you think about some sort of exclusive content being the way that Nintendo mitigates the delay on some of these titles and or the just porting of past titles. So imagine if Doom had like a Mushroom Kingdom level, or imagine if Injustice 2 had Link. Like, what if Nintendo's able to work out partnerships so that even though these games are coming far later, it added some incentive to the port for another reason for you to pick it up, besides playing on Switch, but some little bit of almost DLC or exclusive content that energized that audience even if they'd already played.
That would be cool. It's just that I don't know if Link or Samus fit in the Injustice like universe, because one of the draws of that game is the ability to customize your character like quite a bit. Like there's deep customization to that. And what do you do with Samus?
Link has a lot of outfits, okay?
Sure. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Soul Calibur used to do this all the time, and not for the same reason you're saying, Zach, but Soul Calibur had like exclusive fighters for whatever platform they were on, so it's not like unprecedented by any means.
I just think it'd be
I want to touch on.
Go ahead,
Gabe.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I just wanted to touch on the beginning of the comment here, where he's saying like that it's like graphically like impressive on other platforms. I'm not saying it's not, but I think you just lower the resolution a whole lot. Like to me, on this game, resolution isn't as important. Make it 720p, that's cool, but the frame rate has to stay at 60. Like that is the most important thing when it comes to this game, I think. And I fully believe that we're not going to get the mobile version on Switch. I don't think that's
No.
Especially because that is like free on mobile, and there's no way
and let's be real, the Switch isn't super powerful, but it can run Doom. It can run, I don't know if you followed the direct feed footage we got this week for this horror game called Hollow. Injustice 2 would be okay.
Yeah, I feel like it would be fine. Plus, the other thing I was going to say, like, Injustice 2 is free on mobile. There's no way it would be free on Switch. People would not like that. And I feel like people over there are smart enough to understand that.
Shout out to a couple commenters who pointed out that WB has been pretty big on Switch, bringing the Lego games, and so they do have sort of the groundwork for knowing how that works, and that they seem to like the system, and so getting NetherRealm on board would be a sort of next step to supporting Nintendo.
Yep.
All right. Cullen Woolen Gaming says, "Thank you so much. You do not bore me during my homework. I listen to CommentForce, and I want to do my homework longer because I want to listen to more. Thank you so much." Switchforce supports Education 2017. We are running to replace Betsy DeVos.
Yeah, that shouldn't be too hard. I also like your name, Cullen Woolen. I like it. I don't know. Alliteration is great. I'm
just glad that we make you want to do homework longer.
Yeah,
extra homework.
Getting more homework.
Just like what made you boost your grades this semester, CommentForce? What? I just want to hear that conversation.
I hope you're doing homework more than once a week, though, because we only do these once a week.
And I hope it's longer, like you're doing more of it, not longer because you're distracted by listening to the dulcet tones of Gabe and the robotic tones of Jake.
Yeah. Sorry about the roboticness of last week, by the way.
Jake got infected by Ultron, and now he is fixed.
All right, come on.
Yeah, it's a puppet. C. Spot Brun. What? That's such a weird name. Okay.
This is a guy who's clearly a fan of Browser.
Okay. Yeah. Browser Bruns. Is that the new craze in Japan? Browser Bruns. All right. It's a game you have to be patient with. The learning curve is definitely really steep. I gave up on it pretty fast after launch just because I couldn't even beat Grand Prix on level 4, so I couldn't unlock ranked mode. However, I went back to it after the Lollipop match and gave it another chance. Lollipop became my favorite character, and I started improving a lot. It went from a silly game about punching to a high-paced chess match. It's a really fun game once you put on the time, but I know a lot of people will get turned off by the learning curve. When he said a high-paced chess match, it made me think of the Pixar short before Bug's Life called Chess Match or whatever, chess game.
Gary's Game?
Is that what it's called? Gary's Game?
Jerry's Game.
Jerry's Game. Yeah, that's what it made me think of. When it's going really fast, back and forth between the two players. Anyways. Yeah, ARMS, the first time I played it, it was a little bit challenging. You would think that level 4 wouldn't be that difficult, but when you start getting into later matches, it definitely is not for the weak-hearted.
I like how this theory is kind of that perhaps ARMS is too complex, and from a learning curve standpoint, that it's not as easily accessible as something like Splatoon.
And laughs in the face of difficulty.
So maybe that's why it kind of had a shorter hype cycle, and that it almost reminds me of Evolve in the sense that there's not a ton of content there, but what is there is really great. It just appeals to a more hardcore player that can dedicate the time to really uncover all of the nuances, sort of like C. Spot Brun has found.
the people that are still playing ARMS are very much into ARMS, like a lot.
Yeah.
So maybe there is something to that, Brun. I like the game still. It's very difficult to play it online now because everyone's amazing at it.
But I like this thought.
Yep, as do I. All right. After that, we have Captain Goofy Stash. Captain Goofy Stash. I'm rooting for Bowser. You guys got me stuck on this browser thing. I'm rooting for Bowser. Okay, root for Bowser.
I think it's unique that we have someone rooting for the big old schmuck.
We had that one person before in CommentForce who was talking about that Bowser was just doing all these things out of affection, trying to win Peach over.
Yeah.
That's a good point. They do say that Bowser is more competent than ever. So
he's learning. He's a big old dinosaur, man. Give his brain time his browser brain time to adapt and grow and learn.
You know what the other thing is? Maybe Bowser saw the Tyrannosaurus Rex and he was like, you know what? I need to stop behaving like a hooligan animal and I need to have some class. So he got a nice white suit. He proposed a wedding and he got some fluffy bunnies to help out in the process.
To be fair, he's like forcing a wedding.
Well, we don't know that. They did say that Peach does some surprising things in this game, so
stop talking about the game like this, but Peach seems like she's in distress, but regardless.
All right. I don't know. I kind of want to get some flags. Like, can we get some pennants that we can, like, wave and, like, root for Bowser and root for Mario, like, just on the side of a highway or something?
I want the browser flag.
Jonathan Valdez comes in with another ARMS comment, and this is cool because Jonathan isn't actually Jonathan. Hey, everyone, I'm Gore Magala, currently number 6 on the leaderboard of ARMS. Previously, I've been number 4 and number 2. It's just that school is picking up with midterms and all. As seen in, and you can look at the link, nintendo.co.jp, Switch, blah, 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 blah. The community is actually extremely alive and flourishing. A lot of people don't realize the amount of depth that ARMS has to offer. This game has tech chasing, option selects, chain combos, and more. If you'd like to see some footage of high-level play and good combos and tech, make sure to visit the ARMS Discord, I'll link below. Meanwhile, the offline scene is somewhat gaining a lot of steam. ARMS will be at Smash Out Hunger, Famicom, NEC, EVO, Japan, and more. Speaking of which, ARMS already has 2 sponsored professional players, being Resolve and myself, and we're both planning on attending the aforementioned tournaments. I strongly urge others to join or at least spectate them, or perhaps maybe start a scene of their own. I'll leave you all with the link up to the competitive ARMS Discord, where high-level players are easily accessible and open to friendlies and giving advice, and overall spreading the word and knowledge of ARMS around. I highly suggest you take a look. Resolve and I are there often, discord.gg/34F5V5N. Thank you for your time, everyone. Super cool. First off, thank you, Jonathan Gore Valdez Magala, number 6 on the leaderboard, for commenting. Very cool. Second, I like that it's like a friendly community. I don't know if that's a Switch thing, a Nintendo thing, or what, but like, I love that these 2 guys are like, hey, we're happy to like help play with some players. Very, very cool, and really kind of like a sweet thing in 2017.
The cynical part of me says, hey, they only want more players because they're tired of just playing each other. Like, I'm joking. That's obviously not true. This is super cool. Like, this is great. Yeah. I'm assuming you clicked the link and saw that. So let's just assume that John Valdez is in fact Gore Magala.
Also, I want to propose a battle, Jonathan, where me, Jake, and Gabe each get to fight you once and see what it's like to face off against an ARMS master.
Or can we somehow? Yeah, can we set it up so like he wouldn't be headlock. But you know how there's like the headlock matches when you're playing party mode where everyone's going against one person? Can it be me, you, and Jake all at the same time against him?
I literally just said that.
That'd be fun too. Oh no, like seriously, Jonathan, this is not a joke. If you want to promote ARMS more, let's do it.
Come destroy us on our own channel.
Yeah.
All right, Nick S. The big Nick S says, what do you guys think about Fortnite on Switch? I think it would be a great fit with the art style, and it would be cool to have a Battle Royale game on Switch. Personally, I think it would be a great fit for Switch, and I hope they decide to port it over. I have not played Fortnite, so I don't have a lot to say on this. Zach has. And Gabe, have you?
I've played the most Fortnite out of all of us.
Good. Gabe, take it away.
50 hours of it.
Go for it, Gabe.
Fortnite's great. I don't know how you fit it on the Switch, control scheme wise, because there's a lot there. Because there's like building, on top of being a battle royale game, like it's way different than PUBG, because here you're just like, you can build cover, you can build staircases, like you can build around structures. Constantly online, I don't know if that is another like deterrent for Switch, because of the portable nature. I don't think the game is a good fit on Switch personally. I love Fortnite. I love the Switch. I don't think every single game needs to be on Switch. I think this is one of the ones that probably isn't meant to be. Like I said, there's a lot going on systems wise in the game that I don't think it can happen. I'm sure the Switch can run a version of it, like for sure. Like I mean, it uses Unreal, and Unreal has been on Switch, so they could technically get it running. It's just control wise, it's going to be very, very tricky.
Well, this ties back to an earlier comment when we were discussing Fig and Kickstarter. There is a game called Crazy Justice that is a battle royale style game, and it is coming to Switch. They are looking to have cross-platform play. They're looking to bring their interpretation of PUBG and Fortnite to the Switch, and so maybe that's something that helps fill that void. And if that does well, maybe we get ports. I understand the online-only issue. But look, we are seeing a MOBA come to Switch. This Crazy Justice game is coming to Switch, and pretty cool that more genres could be brought on the go. I think if you were able to play some of these on the go, even if it required a hotspot or Wi-Fi, I would love that. So
yeah. The biggest
maybe
issue
Crazy Justice is the kind of the opener for that idea.
Yeah, maybe. But I just want touch on this one last time in a little bit more detail, I guess. Like the controls issue. On a keyboard, you can press 1, 2, 3. Like you pick up weapons. You have like 4 or 5 of them, or 5 slots total, including meds and weapons. So if you want to use your med, you press 3 or 4. And even on the keyboard, like they have Z and X like binded to certain weapons. And on top of that, you press Q to go into like this building mode.
But it does fit on a controller.
Well, I mean, yeah, it does because it's on PS4 and Xbox One. So I guess it does. I didn't even think about that, to be honest. Like the game's out on PS4. You can play Fortnite on PS4. So yeah, I mean it would work on Switch, I guess.
I think this is a good thing. I think I'm really pumped for
I forgot the game was on consoles, to be honest. I play on PC.
Bring it. All right, so moving along.
I don't want to read your name. Fourth Edge member 75. Can't believe there's 75 of you guys. CommentForce discussion points. 1. Cuphead should come to Switch. Let's address that. Can't happen. Microsoft paid a lot of money for they helped pay a lot of money for that game to exist.
I don't care. I have faith that they will be generous in the future. Cuphead needs to be shared with the world, okay?
Play it on Xbox. Or, I mean, if you have an Xbox. But just to point out, just for your conspiracy theories, Microsoft does have a relationship with Nintendo as far as Minecraft and stuff. Like, they had a quote this week saying that their relationship with Nintendo is great. And by they, I mean Microsoft. All right, 2. We need a Pauline, T-Rex, and Glidon amiibo for Odyssey. We already have a lot of amiibo.
I think more Mario Odyssey amiibo would be cool. Though a line that kind of showed the Cappy excellence would be nice.
My prediction is that they have amiibo with DLC.
3. What Mario game could come next? A party game, a golf game? Yeah, sure, maybe one of those, or a 2D game. Maybe Arcade Archives.
Strikers or Party is what I want next.
We already got the next Mario game. It's called Arcade Archives Mario Brothers. Go play it.
I really think that it's going to be Mario Party.
It'd be really good. I mean, or do they wait and see how like other like tabletop games do and see how, I don't know.
I mean, we're getting a Mario Party regardless at some point.
I don't want like Monopoly or Fortune Street. I want Mario
You can
Party.
have Monopoly on the 31st of this month for $39.99 on eShop.
Mario Party.
Wait, can instead of Cuphead coming to Switch, can we just like have same graphical style but Wario and Waluigi crazy adventure?
Yes, please do it. It's done.
Like that would be
done.
That'd be amazing. Same art style. Give me a different theme game. It doesn't have to be like a shooter like that, like a bullet hell shooter. But same art style. Waluigi and Wario doing their thing. That's what I vote for.
Give me all of your Cuphead style games. Come on, let's do Professor Egad and Toadsworth in Cuphead 2.
They're old enough, I guess.
Hey, that's what it would look like. Okay, small aside, because I have nowhere else to talk about this. My dentist, I'm sitting in the dentist chair, numb as heck, okay, getting some fillings because I have weak teeth. And he's like, my son has been playing this video game. Maybe you know what it is. It looks like old cartoon. I'm like, Cuphead. He's like, Cuphead. That's what it's called. It's so dang cool. And I was like, Yes, it is. Cuphead. So Cuphead is not only popular amongst us gamer boys and girls, it's popular amongst dentists.
Heck yeah.
9 out of 10 dentists recommend Cuphead.
Yeah, fill your cup with fluoride and try not to die. Gavin Visco says, so I went to Target a week ago and they had a demo for 1-2 Switch, which I was super excited to play. The only problem is that the Joy-Cons were glued to the grip.
That's a little counterproductive.
Companies are weird.
I love it.
Man.
Yeah, I still have yet to see a Mario demo in store. I think me and Jake might go on a hunt.
Sure.
Gabe going on a street challenge and we're going on a hunt.
Yeah. Next.
All right. Wesley Foreman says, I'm afraid of the overhype for this game. Overhype is one of the worst things about the gaming/entertainment community because it's if one person doesn't agree when the results are out, they get lynched. Cough, cough, Jim Sterling.
Cough, cough, Zach. Fallout. Cough, cough.
Okay. Overhype can also kill a game as well if it doesn't reach the insane bar that people put it up to. It can end up feeling underwhelming. Gosh, now it's under too many directions. Underwhelming to them. I'm still
what
excited
is happening?
I'm still excited for this game, yes, but I don't want to put my expectations so high that they may not be reached. Yeah.
And sorry I coughed about Fallout 4. Just something very similar happened with Zach in Fallout 4.
I mean, I wasn't hyped for it.
No, but that you were the guy with the different opinion.
Yeah.
And
but I mean, I'm assuming this is about Mario Odyssey, right?
A bad word, but yeah.
I don't think that Mario will suffer from overhype just because of the review we've read. I feel like of any game franchise that can live up to the hype, Mario has to kind of be the one. Like, what is the bad mainline Mario game?
Well,
even when people thought 3D World looked kind of like a lesser than Mario, like, it still delivered an excellent experience. So if any game is going to live up to the hype, I mean, I can't say this because I don't want to spoil things, but go read through the Edge review. Look at some of the things they say about that game in terms of amount of content, in terms of clever, just, I don't want to say, but...
Careful with that review, though, because, and I still think this is silly, but apparently spoilers for a Mario game, like... we know a lot of people.
Yeah, there are spoilers if you read it, I guess. But
yeah, so
all I'm saying is, if any game is going to live up to the hype, it's Mario. And I do think that's worrisome. And I think we really felt that early on when we were like, is it too easy? Is there enough kingdoms? I feel like they have proven themselves, and that the final game, which is so close now, will prove it. And it seems like Nintendo has really looked to elevate their franchises, a la Breath of the Wild, and now, dare I say, Mario does it even better. We'll have to wait and see for ourselves, but it could be the game that completely crushes any concerns of hype. I mean, if we were talking about a shooter, or if we were talking about a Call of Duty, or if we were talking about an open world game, I would be like a Watch Dogs 3. I'd be worried, but I think Mario can manage.
Yeah, Mario does have certain liberties that other franchises don't. Just because, like,
not liberties.
Well, it is a liberty. Like, the fact that every game that Mario is, had, like, well, that's weird because, Mario is in Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. But, like, every, like, mainline Mario game, like you're saying, like, those have all been great. So that's not a luxury that most franchises get. Like, not every Zelda has been great. I love Zelda.
Sure.
Again, I have a Triforce tattoo. I am the Zelda guy, but there are Zelda games that are not great. So I got a little bit of resistance because it said Skyward Sword was in the 10 out of 10 when I made the Mario review video. To me, that game isn't a 10 out of 10 at all. So even like Zelda has like blemishes here and there, and I fail to think of any Mario has, again, for mainline games. Mario is in a lot of other silly things that I take no part in, but I think they've earned it. But I've done a good job at going in dark. Like, I don't want to know all these things. I'm not looking at the trailers. Sorry, Jake, I'm not watching your videos for the most part about all these like things. So I'm excited. I don't get overhyped for anything though. So that's just a person by person thing. In the meantime, unless you guys have something else to add here, yes, no,
go ahead.
I will move on to Jake Medors. I don't know how to pronounce words. A demo tab for games with demos like Pokken and Snipper Clips would be wonderful. A demo tab would be great, because again, this goes back to what we were talking about on that video about the problem with eShop right now and how discovery is so difficult. Like, do you even know that Pokken and Snipperclips have demos?
I do think demos are a dangerous thing, though, for Switch in particular.
Why?
Because it's something that you can take with you, and I feel like demos... I know this is like a not good thing to say, but I don't know that from a sales standpoint, I don't know that I like demos on Switch.
Why?
Because...
If someone likes the demo, they'll buy the game. And
yes.
And the demos on Switch are not, I mean, I'm assuming they're not all like this. I don't go around playing demos. But Pokken limits you, like how many fights you can have. Like, it's not like you're just going to have your fill of Pokken. Like, if you liked it, you're going to go buy it.
Sure, I just feel like there is, I don't know, for me personally, I feel like there is something a little bit gray about demos on...
There's demos on
portable
3DS.
Yeah, but there's no demos on an iPhone.
Yes,
There's
a
a lot of
version.
free games. Yeah.
Yeah, but those are freemium games. That's not a demo.
Yeah, well, but the Switch isn't an iPhone. There are, I mean, just like you said, there's no demos on iPhone. There are demos on Vita. There are demos on 3DS, and to me, those are much closer to what the Switch is than an iPhone.
Well, let us know your take if you want more demos on Switch. If there are demos, sure, a tab is nice.
Yeah.
Tabs are always nice. And we're going to tab over to Orpheus Prime, who says, first, Injustice 2 on the Switch. Second, Mortal Kombat 11 on the Switch. Third, and finally, Scorpion and Super Smash Bros.
I included this because I thought this was hilarious.
I mean, it's not that out of the realm. I mean, we got Solid Snake.
Yeah, it could happen. I still think it's hilarious. Like, is Scorpion going to get over here to Mario?
And Mario's like, okay, Scorpio. Gabe.
Just visually funny. I don't. The idea is cool. I'm not laughing at the idea. I'm just, again, like Kirby versus Scorpion.
I only want it if you voice
Kirby Scorpion.
Ooh, Kirby's doing get over here to Scorpion.
I just want Scorpion just slicing the Snipper Clip characters up in a bunch of pieces.
Okay.
Like that's like the funny little last
All
trailer.
right, let's move on. Do not say anything disparaging towards Snip and Clip.
When they replace Ice Climbers, it'll be grand. Zeze Abayami.
Those are fighting words, Jake.
What?
It's replacing ice climbers.
With Snip and Clip?
Yeah.
Why?
People love those climbers.
Yeah, but they weren't even
That
in
has
the last
nothing to do
one.
with what Zeze is saying. Come on.
Hey, Gabe, don't rush the Snip and Clip.
Don't rush the ice climbers. Listen, Gabe, they missed the last game. They take a lot of time.
No, see, they're already out of it, so why not replace them? Anyway, Zeze says, debating on whether to wait the agonizing wait for Mario Odyssey in a couple weeks or buy Mario plus Rabbids right now to give me something to play for a month and end up waiting until Christmas for Odyssey. I mean, if you're gonna get Odyssey no matter what, and you just stay off the internet to not spoil the game for you, if you're worried about that, then I mean, maybe it's smart to get Mario Rabbids now because it's a great game and you can play that for a while, enjoy that, and then move on to Odyssey. Or you can patiently twiddle your thumbs until you get to Odyssey. I mean, that's just a personal decision, I guess.
Yeah, it just depends on you.
I say you grab Mario Odyssey, and then Rabbids is a great like winter and hot cocoa turn-based game. But dude, you want to be there when Odyssey first comes out. It's always fun to be a part of like the main discussion and all that. So I wouldn't miss that.
I'm gonna go the other way, and I'm impulsive. I know if it were me, I wouldn't be able to wait. I want to play a Mario game now. Give me Mario Rabbids. The reviews are good. People seem to like it. And Christmas isn't that far. You'd be alright.
Okie doke.
Yes. Alright. Nick Strong says, first of all, guys, I want to say how awesome... Wait, let me start that one again. First of all, I want to say awesome show. I'm a truck driver, and it's great to listen to your content driving down the roads. And clearly, the Switch fits a truck driver's life perfectly, being that I'm only home on the weekends. But I wanted to give you guys a game recommendation. It's one we have all scrolled past. It had no coverage from Nintendo, and in a way, it's been a gem for me and my friends. we have kept it to ourselves. The game is Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. It is by far one of the best games on Switch. Me and my friends get together on weekends, drink, and play games like Overcooked, but recently we 100% beat it, so I went on a mission to find a game similar. Believe it or not, I found one better. I seriously would buy each of you a copy just to guarantee you try it. And put the good word of it on your channel. It needs to be recognized with names like Snipperclips and Overcooked and Stardew Valley. It's seriously that good. Anyway, if you take me up on my offer, reach out to me. If you trust me, buy it. Anyways, keep up the great work. Nick Strong, I want to tell you, I am familiar with Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. I've played it, just not on Switch.
And you recommended it to me, so I bought it actually the other day. So I am going to be checking it out for myself.
Yeah, we're ahead of you here, Nick Strong. Yeah, that game is actually really fun. I played it with friends of mine on PC, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. It's a very cute little charming game, and there is some difficulty to it in the later levels. Once you obtain everything for your ship, it's really fun. I like it a lot. My only deterrent would be it's local only for like Switch, so your friends have to come over, like Nick Strong here says. But maybe that's a good thing. Just get together and have some fun with the game like Nick does. I am a huge advocate of this. Get out of the house, go do things. So thank you for the heads up. No need for you to buy it first. We already have it, but appreciate the heads up.
And also shout out to you for carrying us with you down your truck routes.
Yeah, to me, that was like the best part of the comment. Not that I don't like Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. The game's great. But like a truck driver's listening to us. That's cool to me.
You made Gabe's day. That's what counts. And
yes.
Gabe, you made Saber Rose's day by saying, I love the way Gabe says, hello, everybody. I don't know why. And then Sam says, it's the first sound you hear when you die and enter the gates of heaven.
I didn't even know I say hello, everybody in any like weird... I mean, weird might not be the I don't know. I just say it how I say it.
To me, you say it like... To me, you say it like Grover.
Like Grover?
Hello, everybody.
Help me out.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sesame Street. Today we'll be talking about the letter C and the number 13.
Is that how I sound?
A little bit.
You have a lot. There's a lot of breath going into the H. Hello, everybody.
Well, no, I just enunciate the 8. I don't know. Well, regardless,
I just want to tell everyone a fun fact about Gabe. The days of Has Been Gabe are officially over because Gabe now has a new set of wheels, and he is going to be cruising through your town, issuing street challenges, and just dancing like Tobey Maguire down the street in Spider-Man 3, ready for action.
Why am I
taking
walking
over the
down
city.
the street if I have a car now?
You're gonna park it. You're gonna park it on the sidewalk. Get out, turn on some tunes, and then walk down the street and just like throw out your Switch like a Pokeball and challenge anyone who comes there while you're like still dancing and jiving and snapping your fingers.
I'm gonna go challenge some people on my basketball courts to street challenges.
They probably will have a different idea of what street challenge means, but
yeah, that'll be fun.
Yes. So it's almost the holiday season. So we are determined to gift you with some new phrases. So all of us are going to have some different phrases. We always say, hello, everybody, has been Gabe. I don't know. I don't know what I say, but we're gonna change it up. So look out for that.
Well, yeah, because the fourth edge is long dead, obviously.
I mean, it's not dead, but...
Well, there's been no mention of it on the channel for weeks, so...
Hey, sometimes the things that hide the most are those which we care about the most.
The least.
No, it's the things that you bury that you really wish to uncover. Your heart is hurting, but you shove it aside.
Wait, say that again. Sometimes the things you buried that what?
Sometimes the things that you love the most are those that you bury the deepest.
That's not what you had said.
I want to bury my heart inside of you, Gabe.
Do not bury anything inside of me. All right. That was
I'm
it.
That bury a small coin with Toad inside of Gabe's ankle. And so when Gabe perishes at some far future date, he will be dug up for the metal in him, and they will find a Toad coin, and they will know what Gabe loved most.
God.
In the meantime, Mario Odyssey is a little bit away.
Never mind.
Another CommentForce is a little bit less away. And your weekend is even less away. So go out there, enjoy the world, issue some street challenges, do your homework.
Be careful when issuing street challenges, please.
Mow your lawn, and get ready for Gabe to come cruising through your town in his classy new set of spinners.
Why are you spinners?
Gabe is going to be, if you hear someone with a whistle tip, it's Gabe. If you hear someone honking the melody to Ferris Bueller's Day Off, it's Gabe. If you hear someone grinding their gears at the stoplight, it's Gabe. And with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic week. We'll see you soon. Until then, for myself, Jake, and new duds, new vibe, fancy, classy, street challenge Gabe, Switch Force, out.